Hello and welcome to the Aint Show.
Welcome to
We're
the Ain't
back
Shit
and we
Show.
have good video this time.
Welcome to the podcast.
Ruben is gay. Ruben is gay and he's sucking podcock.
Everyone get ready for the gayest shit show of the year.
What was the song that you were singing earlier, Rube? Because it was fucking golden, man. It was like, because we were doing
The Pearl Jam one?
yeah, because I was doing, can I see your penis? Because I want to feel your dick. Like you had a good one.
I was like, sucking chodes, taking down some fatty loads.
Hell yeah, dude. What's
I had to not check if I was clipping when I did that.
yeah, what is that Nirvana song? Something's in my ass.
And I feel like a cock's about to be inside me.
And I feel the load up in my mouth hole.
Mouth hole?
Yeah, I'm getting weird
Hold
with
my
it, dude.
balls while you stroke the shaft.
Damn, I wish I knew more of those fucking songs.
About to burst.
One of the funniest things that I think back to all the time, and because Ruben volunteered this information, so I don't feel bad about exposing you for it because you volunteered this. But what we were hanging out, we were talking, and Ruben was like, "Yeah, I've been having a lot of sex to Pearl Jam," and I literally died.
Huh?
You just said that.
What?
You've been
Yeah,
fucking
we're
a Pearl
fucking
Jam?
Pearl Jam a lot.
Yeah, and you said it unironically. No, there was
Dude,
no
I mean, like,
bit in your voice.
Alright, here's the thing, right? I know a lot of the, like, styles and shit of the 90s are coming back, but you don't have to commit to them
Yeah.
that much, man. There's better songs to fuck to.
Definitely.
Gay sex music, for
Yeah.
example.
Legitimately, yes.
Even if you're straight fucking, gay sex music.
Am I like, yeah, I just been getting my dick sucked to Limp Bizkit.
Just one of those days.
Just one of those cocks. Everybody sucks. Everybody fucks.
Oh my god. It's all about the he said, she said, push it in my ass. Oh my god. What the fuck is... God. How are we only
It's
3
all about the
minutes...
he said, coming to my mouth.
Jeez. How are we only 3 minutes into this podcast? Jesus. Anyways, so a lot has happened in the last. It's so funny.
Much has happened.
Yeah, it's so funny to me that the last podcast
Every
that
time we
I
record,
know.
just a whole bunch of shit has happened.
the last podcast that we did, I was talking about my job, and I was like, "Yeah, I love my job. Like, it sucks, but I love my job." And then, like, literally the next week, they fired me for being way too cool on the internet
Without severance.
without severance until I
Cut
had
your
to,
stocks.
yeah.
Had to actually take the fight to fucking, like, Japanese. You showed up with
To
a
a Japanese-
fucking,
yeah,
like,
with a samurai sword.
like a Damascus steel folded samurai sword
Had a
and threw your
Hattori
fucking,
Hanzo.
like, glove down. Yeah.
You guys didn't show up at the dim sum spot when you were gonna meet us at one time.
Wow, dude. Okay, first off, we don't talk about offline things like that.
You left me
About
hanging.
dim sum spots.
You left me hanging.
I did not leave you hanging at a
I
dim
was
sum
there
spot.
at lunchtime.
Okay, anyways. So
Did you get lunch?
No,
I got
Ruben.
lunch.
No, I'm asking Ruben.
Sadly,
Ruben, did you
yeah.
get lunch?
I did cry into
You
my hot
ate a
sour
salad?
soup, and it was more sour.
Okay.
It made it more
Well,
salty.
congratulations. You got lunch.
Okay,
I'm happy for you.
I got let go for fucking like just literally for like what is it? It was laid off. I was just laid off, and I was like
A whole bunch
literally-
of people got fucking laid off.
Yeah, but I was out of work for like 3 weeks, and I was like tripping, and then yesterday I had like one really bad experience, and then right after that I had a fucking tight experience. But the first experience that I had was like ridiculous. What happened was a dude fucking called me up. He's like, "Hey, I was looking at your resume. We have this opening for an account manager position. It's like perfect for you. I think you should come in and interview for this. I think you'd love it." He's like, "The problem is that it's all the way in like, it's like 40 miles away." So I was like, okay,
Fake and gay.
it's on the East Bay. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll go. So I drove over to the East Bay to go sit down in this interview, and I sit down, and he goes, first things he's like, doing the interview, like the getting to know you stuff, and then he goes, what do you know about the company? And then I told him, this is what I read from your website, and then I was like, by the way, you have a bunch of like spelling errors and grammatical errors, and it's kind of vague, and you could use to like update if you needed to. And then
Yeah.
he goes like, and who are you, some kind of marketing guy? And I was like,
Yeah.
literally, yeah. Like, did you not
Yeah,
read my
dude.
fucking resume, you retard? Right? Like, I was mad because but then he was just like, he's like, oh yeah, no, oh my bad, yeah, let me go through, and fucking he goes and he reads it, and he like, oh yeah, blah blah, and then he was telling me, because he told me over the phone that the account manager position would be like $70K a year, which is what I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll take that job. I'd love that fucking that's like, it's a step down, but fucking, it's a good opportunity. I'll take it. And so like I was gonna do the job, and then the fucking guy was like, oh, by the way, we're interviewing for the account manager position, but we don't hire account managers outright. Like, everyone has to start from the bottom. So I was like, okay, well,
Excuse me.
I was like, so how long does that take to get from from the from the bottom to top? And he's like, well, the fastest anyone's ever done it is 6 months, but it's usually a year. And I was like, okay, but like, what, if that's not the account manager position, I'm still getting paid the account manager wage, right? Because like that's what I came all
That's
the way
what
down
was
here for.
posted.
Yeah. And then he goes, no, you'll be making the wage, like you'll be making what everyone else makes, entry level. And I was like, what's entry level? And he's like, it's actually great, it's very competitive. And I'm like, what is it? It's like, it's a salary. And I was like, okay, what is it, dude? And he's like, it's $19K a year. And I was like, that is
What?
under fucking minimum wage, you motherfucker. That is,
Dude, what?
a salary position at $19K a year is fucking crazy, right? Like, if you've never had a salary before, that's literally what this job is for. If you've never had a salary and someone offered you $19K yearly, you like, if you were just like chomping at the bit to like, get out of the fucking work, like working at a fucking retail or whatever the fuck you were doing, then
That's crazy.
yeah,
I'd
people
still
would
work
take it.
retail. I'd unironically make more money
No, yeah,
working
yes,
retail.
you would, absolutely. But like, people like, you don't have no idea how, like, if you've been, especially if that retail fatigue hits you, because it's hit me before, like, bad. I've been deep in the shit where I'm like, I want to get the fuck out of retail, and I'll take anything, right? So like, if that dude caught me like a year, like maybe fucking 5 years before I started working at the company I was working at prior, if like I would have signed up for that job like an idiot, because I would have been like, oh fuck yeah, I'm out of the I don't want to do retail anymore, I don't want to do catering anymore, I want to have a real office job. And then I asked him, okay, like, I just like,
Fucked up.
all right, I'll humor you, what is the job then, what is the entry level? He's like, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be driving around neighborhoods and going door to door soliciting for donations for like major 501c3 like nonprofit corporations. He's like, so it's really easy. And I'm like, bitch, it's a
No, it's not.
it's a cold calling sales job. And he's like,
No,
yeah. And he's like, but you can earn up to 35K a year if you work like based on
What?
bonuses, that if you get enough people signed up. And I'm like, no. And then he was like, what? And I literally stood up. I was like, fuck you, dude. You wasted my fucking time, man. Like, you made me drive from the South Bay to the East Bay for fucking a big ass nothing burger. Like, fucking suck my dick from the back, dude. Fuck you, man. Like, why would you fucking do like I was mad. And then if the worst part about it is like California doesn't rain, right? Especially the Bay Area doesn't rain often. And the rain
Yeah.
here was so fucking bad that it, like, I know how to drive in the rain because I fucking been in and out the Central Valley, and their rainstorms are real bad. But like,
Yeah.
fucking dude, there was like 6 accidents on the way home, so it ended up taking me like fucking like almost an hour and a half to get home. What took me like a 40-minute drive, or like, but like 30-40 minute drive, was like fucking an hour and a half just to get back.
That's fucked.
That was pissed.
That's so fucked.
And I had to pay a toll. Fucking dickhead. I was pissed. And then so that happened, and I was like, fuck, damn it, this job shit is. I was like a little bit defeated, and then like I got a call back from a different company that was like, hey, we saw you put an application in here. It's like we're just looking for like a guy that can lift heavy stuff, and has an eye for like merchandising things. And if you want to join our merchandising team, we'd be happy to do it. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do those. And then they're like, okay, so you want to schedule an interview? I was like, yes. So they scheduled the interview. I'm sitting down, and as like it's a like from home interview, like they're interviewing from the
Zoom shit.
Yeah, and so I go, I sign in, and the guy sees me, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna work out." He's like, "You're gonna work out." He's like, I'm looking at your resume.
Yeah, I can tell you're a union man.
Yeah.
I can see it in your I can see it in your veins.
I didn't say shit to him. I was just like, I was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, you look like a big guy. He's like, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for beefy dudes to like. He's like, a lot of the guys that we hire, they're knuckleheads, and they're like they tap out after like 6 or 7 months because like it's just it's a physical job. And I go, like, that was the part of my job that I was at prior that I hated. Like, I just wasn't physical. I was stuck in the desk and I hated it. So like, physical job's gonna be sick. So he's like, oh yeah, by the way, it's a huge pay cut for me, but he was like, it's full medical, full dental. And I was like, oh dude, for a fucking beer company, what the fuck? And he's like, it's full medical, full dental, and full.
He's like, yeah, we're Teamsters, bro.
Yeah, and then he goes, and you're gonna have to join the union. And I'm like, what union? And he's like, oh, you're a Teamster now. And as soon as he said that, like a jolt, like a lightning bolt hit my body. I was like, like I don't know how to describe. I got juiced, and I was like my eyes got big, right? And then he was like, all right, we'll call you back.
Goddamn right, I'm a fucking Teamster. Hey,
literally. So I was like talking about it in the group chat. I was bringing it up, and we were talking about it, and then I was like nervous because I didn't know if I was gonna get the job or not because like they were kind of cagey about, you know. And so I was like, if I don't get this job, I'm going to be like straight up anti-labor. I'm going to be like, actually, Elon Musk is cool. And, you know, unions are bad, actually. If I didn't get this job, that's what the path I was going to go full Darkos. But then they called me back. They're like, oh yeah, you got the job. And I was like, fucking, as soon as I got it, I drove Christine crazy because Christine was like, Marco, she's like, because we were cooking dinner at the time. And she goes like, oh, can you help me peel these potatoes? And I was like, no, pal, I can't do it. You're gonna have to talk to my union rep, pal. That's outside of my scope, pal. That's not my job. I don't do that. That's not something I fucking do, pal. You need me to lift those potatoes? I'll fucking do that any day of the week. But you want me to fucking start peeling them, you gotta call somebody else. You gotta call the peelers union because I ain't fucking dealing with it. Right? She was like, you don't even have the job yet, and I already am sick of you. Right? I already hate you. But yeah, that's been my adventure in the past couple weeks. That's what I've been going
Happy
through.
for you, man.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I'm almost entirely sure that I don't have the canvassing job anymore just because they have been ghosting me for the last month and not responding to any of my calls or emails.
Yeah.
So I think that's gone, and the other job that I have, which I thought was a transcription job, is what I was told it was going to be, but it's actually a full suite podcast production management job that you only get paid $15 an hour for. Which quite frankly is insulting,
It's
but
so
I need
funny
the
to
money.
me that you were
Also, I only get 5 to 10 hours a week.
It's so funny to me that you were getting paid more when I was paying you for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were doing way less. You were literally just like dragging and dropping and being
Yeah, like most I was doing was like most of it was editing, and I was really putting a lot of like just time into the editing most of the time because what the fuck else am I gonna do, right? I'm getting paid $200 a month to edit a podcast. This is like a fucking dream job, even if it's like $2K a year or whatever. And now it's like now I get paid that by an actual company. I don't get paid that. I get paid by an actual company that manages dozens of fucking podcasts for like CEOs and like business like people, business leaders and things like that. And I get paid $15 an hour to do what's basically a $60,000 to $70,000 a year job.
That sucks. That is fucking caca.
So I didn't have the money for rent this month.
Jesus.
I have to rely on Abby for this.
You'll find
it feels really shitty.
So if you're listening to
this, I don't like being a financial burden on people. It fucking sucks.
If you're listening to this right now and you just heard the story, you now owe Ivy $5 on the Patreon.
Yeah. Donate to the Patreon. Yeah. Speaking of the Patreon, by the way, if you are listening to this in its audio only form, and you want to see our beautiful faces while we're recording this, you want to see the visual bits that we keep doing in the pod that never fucking make it, never translate into the audio format.
I do that when I have a little
Both of my co-hosts are doing one right now. You need to subscribe to the Patreon. Please give us $5 to $10 a month. All of the episodes will be uploaded to the Patreon from here on out onto an RSS feed. And additionally, we're going to be doing video for every episode too, which right now we're just recording it through. I'm recording it through OBS. Marcos is going to take that video, layer it with the audio that we have from Audacity, so it's like nice and high quality and everything, and sounds good. And it's not what like bullshit comes over Discord. Gonna smash those two together, and you're gonna have our beautiful faces doing visual gags with pristine audio quality. So
I'm gonna make my
please,
I'm gonna make a sandwich after this. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So give us money at patreon.com/the homie collective. Patreon.com/the homie collective.
We're
going legit.
We're at 17 minutes in. We got an ad read for our own.
Hey, I mean, if people aren't gonna pay us to like have fucking ads on the show, like we might as well have ads for our own goddamn selves.
I'm not like, now. I'm no longer worried about burning bridges in marketing. I'm no longer worried about that. So I am happy to start trying to actually like pursue like sponsorships.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Yeah, no, you have like a fucking blue collar job. You're not gonna get affected negatively by any blowback that comes from this podcast ever. Dude.
What's up? Do we have a motto for a Patreon? Can it be like the homie collective? What? Like where you can give us your money, but you can also let us have it.
That sounds like a what you call it.
Don't like just give us your money. Let us have it too.
What does that mean, Ruben?
What?
They can do both.
God. Oh my god, man! And now the
Patreon.com/the homie collective. Give us $10 a month.
The bonus episodes are gonna have
Ruben sees none of that just for that fucking bullshit motto.
Let me explain this joke. Let me go back. All right, so God.
Jokes, first of all, I want to preface this, are never better when you have to explain them, but feel free. Go ahead.
So God made the earth in 7 days, right? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Speaking of which, what did I say recently? I was on some shit today where I was talking about like posts that would make everyone mad. And the one that got me and that I've been thinking about like all day is that the real black Israelites are white men. And being like, Yaqub is a black woman's name, right? And say, being like, the real white people are black Africans. Like,
this is in the same realm as you, like, saying you wanted to do that shirt a while back that was like, I'm a beautiful black woman, and it's like only worn by white dudes.
It was a shirt. It was a shirt and it was like those big tech shirts, right? Like they just text, nothing else, and all it says is that white men can be black women too. Right? And then, like,
that's what it was.
Yeah, and then on the back is like belief is everything, or I don't know, something wild like that. Something like I believe in myself, or like, so the back looks cool and normal, and then you see the front and you're like, what the fuck, right?
The back says like focus, believe, achieve.
Yeah. The front says that wild shit, and it just gets. Yeah, I like the idea of saying, I've learned something that the right wing does that like we don't do on the left, and that we should do because I think it's funny and like cool, and it's what we should
say slurs.
No, I mean but not racial ones because those hurt. No. But what was the other? No, I want to start doing this thing that they do, where they like create a hypothetical where they say some wild shit, but they're saying it as a guy that is on the left saying it. Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, it's just making up a guy.
Yeah, it's making up a guy.
It's making up a guy for other people to get mad at.
Yeah, it's making up a guy for other people to get mad at. But I think
we do that too on the left.
No,
It's
no, no,
just
no, no,
We make
because-
up a guy. We make up a guy to make fun of.
no, they make up a guy to say the things that they want to say in real life. Does that make any sense?
No.
Okay, so they do this thing.
Wait, is this like a fucking like head boxing shit?
No. This is like something that the right does is that they'll say something to the effect of being like, in schools they're teaching young boys how to suck cock, and like the reality is that like they would have loved to have learned to do that.
Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they directly,
Yeah.
But they're saying it as, and then when you call them out, be like, that's not true. They'd be like, well, they're going to. Right? Some guy out there is thinking about doing this right now, right? And like that's my new favorite thing is to say things like just crazy inflammatory things. But say
it's like the fucking cat litter boxes for cat girls in schools thing.
Some guy on the inside like getting recorded being like, yeah, I mean, you know, they just keep giving these kids bananas and hot dogs for lunch and shit. Like it's just, you know, I don't know what's going on.
You're taking the wrong direction in my joke, Ruben. You're believing it, which is the problem. Oh my God. No, I think I want to do like jokes where what's funny, like where, I don't know, it's my Yadolf thing. Remember I was saying that like we're going to get a Yadolf album. I keep bringing it up because, like, dude, it's coming. It has to be coming.
So I had read a fucking, I think I want to say it was on, like, fucking, I don't know. It's one of those stupid fucking internet magazines that had talked to basically a couple of people that had worked with Kanye West during the fucking, what was it? The Ye album, I think. And he wanted to call it Hitler, according to them. That was like back in like 2016 or something.
He should have done that. Yeah.
He should not have done that. We are a Semitic podcast.
That would have been very successful.
No, it would not have been. Although it's crazy to me that like, it's crazy to me that Ye is getting fucking.
I think this shit's been brewing for a while.
Yeah, it's wild to me that Ye's getting absolutely fucking hammered for like his discussions and like everything he's been saying about like Jewish people and everything. When West Side Gun has a fucking album called Hitler and Her May, and like Hitler in a Gucci store, and he has albums of Adolf Hitler dripped out in like Gucci and shit. And he's just allowed to do that. No one is saying shit about it, which, you know, I don't want to call the dude out because I like his music. His music is funny and cool.
I mean, is he being anti-Semitic though?
I don't know.
Like,
no, I don't think so.
Is he being anti-Semitic, or is he being edgy?
He's being edgy. He's much closer.
I think that's probably the difference then, right? Because there's definitely like an element of anti-Semitism to doing that, like bringing up Hitler at all.
Mm-hmm. Or glorifying
in like a positive
man,
light.
right? Like,
yeah, or glorifying him. But like there's also like there's more than that. That's also glorifying fascism. That's glorifying fucking like all the racism and everything that goes with it. And that's like, you can kind of corral that as being edgy if they're not like out and outright like serious about it, right? If they're being intentionally provocative, then that's just edgy. Kanye West straight up said that like a Jewish doctor killed his mom.
Yeah, no, it's not even the same. I get it. It's not the same ballpark, but it's just
not the same. It's when he was asked like, oh, so does this mean you're walking back like your statements on anti-Semitism and Jews? He immediately had it ready to go.
The red picture?
A picture on his phone of the red media.
Do you understand? Listen, all right. It made me feel uncomfortable, right, with the speed at which I had recognized that photo, because I was like, damn, like I'm deep in the anti-Semitism lore. If I instantly know what that is,
yeah, he had that shit ready to go. Dude.
You understand? Like
that was on his phone. He knew the question was
coming. I gotta
coming.
get his phone password. I know my man's meme stash is like some deep shit. He's got some. You like, listen. And this is something that
I don't even know if it's memes, dude. I think it's probably just like boomer anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
memes.
no. So those are there's a whole genre on I was a collector of them, which is for the longest time on 4chan. One of my favorite pastimes on 4chan, like about 5 years ago, was, and I haven't done it in a long time, but one of my favorite things to do was to browse 4chan and find all the memes like the most racist, disgusting, horrible memes and just keep them in a folder. And I just had them. And I never fucking spread them or distributed them or anything. But the reason why I had them is because I didn't want to be caught by surprise. Right? Like, I don't know how to...
Okay. That's psychotic, but I understand the logic.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you get where I'm coming from. Because nobody knows what the fuck I was talking about. I didn't want to be
man, I found all this Nazi memorabilia in my attic. I should just keep it in case.
Listen, if I have it, then the Nazis
That's not the same, dude. I'm sorry.
It's not even the same.
If Marcos has like a collection of fucking Stahlhelms in his fucking attic or something like that, like that's different.
No,
that's another thing entirely.
I had like a skull, because I collect skull stuff. I had like a skull sticker, and I had it up here for the longest time, and I didn't like this, and like not here, literally not here, but like I've had it like on this board for a long fucking time, and this is like almost. I found out about it like 8 years ago, but like I literally just was on Amazon and I was like skull stickers, and I got like and patches, and I got a skull patch and a sticker, and the sticker and the patch.
Cool.
And I kept them, and I had them like prominently in my room, and I just kept them there all the time. And I wore them out. I would wear them in my backpack and shit. Like I loved those stickers, only to find out that they were like the Luftwaffe,
No,
you know what I'm talking about, the skull.
No,
and I had no fucking idea. And I was so
No.
I was so disgusted when some random person's like, "Hey, you should take that off your backpack." And I was like, "It's just a skull, dude. It's like a punk skull." And he's like, "It's a Nazi skull." And I was like, "No fucking way." And he's like, "Yeah." And he pulled up and showed me, that, and I was like, I have been wearing this for fucking ever. What the fuck? And I threw them away.
It was a fucking Totenkopf, dude.
Yeah. And I had no idea.
That's so fucked.
And I had no idea. It was just a fucking skull.
No, I mean you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't unless you like actually knew it from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
a fucking World War II nerd.
Exactly, because like it looks like a fucking like anything you'd find on fucking Etsy, or at least it can.
Like for me, like when like in World War II, like in class in history, when they were teaching, like I don't know why, but like they were teaching history, and there was like people that were actively looking for information about the Nazis in class. Like a lot of like edgy white guys were like, you know, obsessed with them. And I was like not interested in any of that stuff because it's like hard to deal with. But the moment they were talking about how hilariously bad the Italian fascists were, I was like, that's it. That's where I specialize. I like this. This is funny. This is kind of fascism I can get behind. It's completely doesn't work. No one's really having a bad time. Everyone's kind of laughing at the government, fucking sucking dick. This is great. This is what I want. This is good fascism, right? This is
right? No, that's not. No,
I know there was a lot of people like that. There was a lot of people that died, but I will say that they were so inept. They were so bad at fascism that it was funny.
Oh yeah, no, like we fucking told the Egyptian like school trip, like murking a fucking entire platoon of Italian soldiers during World War II.
I had no idea how to survive in the Saharan fucking desert because
like a whole bunch of 13-year-olds roll up on their camp and find like a bunch of like unlocked weapons and shit, and they just absolutely destroy them.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. So many.
The Italians find them like 3 weeks later after finally managing to triangulate where their radio signals had come
Hitler
from.
had sent them like tanks or like tank parts, right, in like a boat that was disguised as a British warship, I think it was a British. It's like a British thing. It was disguised as a British thing, and they were so inept that they destroyed it because they were like, "Oh, the British.
Oh, it's British."
Yeah. Fucking idiots, right? Like that's the level of fucking. And it was literally because like the guy who was reading, because they were communicating via like not telephone but like telegram almost, like they were like electronic, like early electronic communications, and the guy who was getting the code he lied and didn't speak the code. And it was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm speaking the code." And like he was like, "Oh yeah." And that kind of shit is what made them so funny to me, because I would never fucking fly in Germany.
Have you seen their
Japan.
Have you seen the Italian
Grenade?
like World War II hand grenades?
Yes, I showed you.
Looks like a fucking Fazoli Parmesan cheese shaker.
It looks like a Parmesan thing. It's so stupid looking. Well, okay. Aside from all that, right? So I had no idea that I had this fucking symbol on me, and it traumatized me so bad that I had it and I've been wearing it and like showing it off to people and shit like a fucking idiot. That like I was like, I'm never gonna
get caught slipping again.
Yeah. So I was like, I gotta know my enemy, right? And that is why I have such a deep fucking understanding of like sus Nazi shit. Like when there was in early like 2014, people were talking about friend. They were like, oh yeah, the friend, like, oh yeah, I have friends, FREN, friend, oh, my friend. And it was like cute animal pepes and like cute little memes of like little like raccoons and stuff. And fucking, I was like, oh, that's far right ethno-nationalism. And everyone was like, you're shut the fuck up, man. You're just making shit up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then like, sure enough, everyone.
A couple years later, when people start wising up to it.
Yeah, so I get it. Like that's why I have all that shit. But it's so funny to me because seeing that, like, I saw 1 pixel of that red corner when he pulled his phone out. I saw like literally just 1 pixel of it, and I was like, "That's it." Right? I was like, "Oh shit,
I've seen this."
Oh shit! Right? Like, instantly,
I've seen this one before.
It's the red media. It's the red media. It's the red media. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was bad. I was doing the
Leonardo DiCaprio.
What is I was doing the. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I'm so glad we've included visual bits into the pod finally.
Finally. It's about time. Ruben's
yeah.
just been chewing
it sucks that
the
Zencaster thing didn't work out, honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad. By the way,
I'm kind of glad though. Like, I think OBS is probably going to work out better for you because that way you just have to put up an overlay and then like our names or whatever, and then
Do you think the visual bits are going to lose their luster now that everybody can actually see them?
No,
it's not going to stop you from doing it. You don't care about comedy or you don't care about being funny.
Yeah, be funny, Ruben. Goddamn. Oh, honestly, a lot of your visual bits are pretty funny. I think half the reason why like
it's been suffering.
Like
if anything,
Why you guys do this to me?
What do you mean, dude? You say nothing for 15 minutes, and then you're like, you say like half a sentence that's like, oh, I'm paying attention.
Bro, I don't want to interrupt you guys with all the dumb shit that goes through my mind every fucking 10 minutes because all you guys do is tell me to shut up.
Ruben,
well,
and yes, they do look exactly like Parmesan shakers. I looked
exactly.
Told you, dude.
I told
you.
I was like, I've literally seen those at every mountain bikes.
Oh my god. What was I gonna say? I saw Ruben's dad for the first time recently.
Sorry, I'm not surprised because Parmesan is the bomb. So.
Jesus Christ, dude, this is fucking. Oh my god.
All right, there's the it's the 30 minutes. There's the 15-minute contribution. All right, we hit the quota. Let's go on.
I saw Ruben's dad recently, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't Mexican Hagrid, right? Because Ruben doesn't look like that. Ruben is, and not to say that Ruben's dad isn't handsome.
Ruben, now that everybody can see his beautiful face, Ruben looks like a conquistador that needed like vision correction. He looks like a conquistador with modern healthcare, basically. I don't know how, dude, but you managed to get like every like Spanish invader gene.
You look like if a conquistador was also somehow like, what is it, gentrified. You look like a. You look.
If a conquistador could pog.
Yeah. If a conquistador was a Redditor. That's.
Yeah.
If a conquistador somehow was Rivers Cuomo, that's what.
You lost me on that one. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the guy from Weezer. Oh my god. Yeah, Jesus. Anyways, I saw Ruben's dad for the first time ever, and the dude literally looks like Mexican Hagrid. And He looks cool. Like, it's not this isn't me like shitting on your dad, because your dad looks cool as hell, but he looks like Mexican Hagrid. And I've like because he was leaving for like you were leaving for a wedding, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, do you want to talk about your wedding and your wedding experience?
Nah.
Nah. All right, man.
No, it's cool. We went to Santa Barbara for my friend from high school's wedding, and yeah, man, I just spent the time with family, and the wedding was pretty cool. They had the shittiest music ever. Sorry.
What were they
Sorry,
playing?
in case you hear this.
Listen.
My bad, bro. But I tried to get the DJ to play fucking Hey Ya, like you told me. He was like, make him play anything, you know. We paid him, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, play Hey Ya, and they're like, all right, fuck, I'll play Hey Ya, and then never fucking played it. And it was like, no one was dancing at the wedding. Like when we started the dance, like and like everybody, you know, did the first dance, and then after that, just no one fucking danced. Everybody went to the bar.
That sucks,
I feel
dude.
bad. I feel
Man.
bad for the DJ, to be honest. And I saw his setup; it was pretty sick. I mean, he had the same setup I have. He had a Pioneer 1000. Nice. And I was like, I was like talking to him.
Why wasn't he banging shit out with it then? Shit.
Because no one wants to listen to Machine Girl at a wedding.
I mean, but
no.
but
I mean, you
like
don't have to fucking pop out Machine Girl, dude. Just like put some music on, like real
40.
shit.
He's doing like 2000s top 40, but like not.
Yeah, see,
like,
that's
none
gay
of
shit.
The bangers, you know?
Like
he didn't play Earth, Wind, and Fire once. Like he didn't,
crazy.
like, you know,
How,
he didn't play Dancing
dude?
He
It's a
didn't- he didn't
wedding.
play September once. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, how?
He played,
It's a
like-
wedding.
played,
How'd
like,
you
all
not?
the B Bruno Mars songs, like none of the hits. I was like, what are you doing?
Shaggy.
I don't DJ weddings, and I know this is bad.
On Halloween night, Shaggy called me and was like, "Oh, get on VC with me." So I get on VC with him, and he plays the "Busting Makes Me Feel Good" song, but he couldn't find the original song. It was a mashup. He couldn't find it. It was like, because Discord makes you do this thing like on YouTube where you can't just like stream. You have to like stream the actual. Is a big thing. So he was trying it. He was trying out all these new features. Anyways, like their Discord YouTube does not let you play music.
Really?
Yeah, like it blocks most of it, because like I'm positive it's because of like.
Were you using like a bot or something, or was he just
No,
like
it's-
streaming it on his computer?
No, it's a new feature thing, like the new like activities. It wasn't just like streaming it. It was like that. It was an activity of watching YouTube together. But like any copyrighted music or any music, like pretty much any music, just doesn't.
That's so
work on it.
fucking gay,
Yeah,
dude.
it's-
Just stream it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
Why were we?
he was
All
just
right,
trying stuff
whatever,
out,
man.
but he couldn't find.
That's fair.
He couldn't
Now
find
activities is more for like fucking like
Work.
games and shit,
I feel like for
anyways, or like
work.
Jackbox or.
So he couldn't find it, but he finally found one version. Like he had to scroll like fucking like 90 pages, and then he finally found it, and it was a mashup of that song and that Kesha song. I feel your heart beat like the beat of a drum, and it was fucking it was literally terrible. And he's like, "Fuck this!" And he gets out, and he locked me in. I couldn't get
Locked
out,
you
so it's
in?
just like the person. It like the way that it works is that when someone leaves, it like automatically goes into like the next person, like they become a host.
So you became the host and you
Yeah,
couldn't figure
I
out how to
couldn't figure
shut
out
it
how to
down,
fucking-
basically.
yeah, to get it out. And I was
Cool.
like, so I had to listen to it on repeat 3 fucking times.
No.
And I was like, "Ah!"
Dude, just fucking control alt delete,
I
like
literally
close
turned it off.
Discord or something.
I just was like, I logged out of Discord. I just turned off
Yeah.
Discord. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing
That's
this.
yep. Yep.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was, but no.
Sorry to hear about the fucking shitty music, man. That sucks.
Ruben's dad looks like Hagrid. And when he was on his way when he was driving over there, I didn't want to call him because I knew he was driving. But like, I was dying laughing I literally almost pissed myself laughing. Christine can attest to this. I like literally almost, because I was doing dun 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 dun. You're a vato, Harry. And I nearly pissed my pants thinking about Mexican Hagrid. Oh shit. And then just Harry Potter being like, "Are you saying that I don't just press my khakis like this because I'm supposed to?" Like, Are you saying that I'm supposed to wear this white beater? Like, Jesus, dude. I'm supposed to stand like this?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was born a downer fool for a reason.
My whole life, I thought like I didn't belong, but it turns out I'm just like a down ass fool. Like, oh my god! And then Dudley is like, Dudley's one. He's an Edgar.
Shit.
He's an Edgar in this one. No quema que.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
All right, it's 40 minutes, so it's time for the second fake ad read. I've decided. Great news, everybody! Again, if you've been listening to this on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts or wherever the fuck you get your stupid fucking audio from, you piece of shit freeloader.
Don't insult people you're asking for money. That's
I'm
insane.
not gonna insult them after they've paid. That's the thing. I'll only insult them if they're freeloading. Is the thing. You can watch us do all of this. You can watch me losing my mind. You can watch Ruben sulking in the corner, feeling very insulted that we're making fun of him, even though it is pretty funny. You have to admit. You can see Marcos's insanely wide angle where we can see almost all four walls in his room somehow.
It's so sick. It's so sick.
For the low price of, I think, $5 a month, you can get access to all of the video of this podcast and every podcast recorded after this. Will have video with a little addendum that maybe they won't all have video.
Yeah,
sometimes.
And you'll get a VHS tape.
No, you won't.
But there will be nothing on it.
No,
and the walls
there's no
will ooze green slime.
VH tapes are expensive. We're not sending you a VH tape.
We're sending you a mini disc.
When I was a kid, that's a great segue.
That shit's expensive too. It's old as shit.
We're sending you UHDs.
We're sending you a blank pack of like a 10-pack of DVD-Rs.
We're sending you Elf on the PS Vita UHD.
Yes. Yeah. We're sending you a Game Boy Advance rip of Stranger Than Fiction starring Will Ferrell.
On a Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, dude.
It takes 2 cartridges. You gotta load it out in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, anyways, give us $5 a month. Patreon.com/the Homie Collective. Enjoy the show.
It's completely bit crushed.
Where you can give us your money, but also you can let us have it.
I hate that.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't want that to be
Shut the fuck up.
I don't want that to be. And it's gonna be now. That's the way it's gonna be now.
No,
Fucking
it's
Ruben.
not.
Yeah, he's not gonna stop.
No. Just you have to have more conviction than he does, and I have that power because I have more conviction than even I have.
Go to our Patreon.
It sounds like mountain
we're not gonna
bike
take our
wisdom.
We're not gonna take your money, but you're gonna give it to us.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, dude? We're
not
just
gonna
gonna
take it from you.
refund.
We're gonna give
We're
it to
gonna
us.
refund the payments.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
You said we're not gonna take it, but they're gonna give it to
We're
us.
not gonna take it from you, but you will give it to us.
Okay.
All right.
No, I still don't like that one. We'll keep workshopping it.
workshopping.
Patreon.com/the Homie Collective. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, let us suck it from the back.
That's a good clown nose.
Yeah, it doesn't stick anymore because I need like tape.
Damn,
You're
that
talking about his
sucks.
regular nose?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. You know what? So
I was being sarcastic.
a very
well, technically yes, anding.
someone said to me recently, and someone was talking about the podcast, and they were talking about the early episodes versus the like newer episodes.
Oh, no.
And they were saying that one constant is available, right? And that is that Marcos is a comedian. This is why our dynamic works. This is why I've always had Ruben. Like, I try to get Ruben on every pod as much as I can, because
I already
this
don't
is
like
the
where this is
dynamic that
going.
makes this work.
I already do not like this guy.
Marcos is the comedian.
I have no
Already-
idea where
I don't
this
care
is
what you
going.
can say, I'm already insulted.
Marcos is the comedian, meaning that
Why am I not the comedian?
Marcos is the comedian, but Ruben is
You
the
don't tell
Yeah,
jokes.
Ruben is a clown. That's the difference.
There
That's the
we go.
big
All
difference
right,
between
all
the two of
right.
us.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that
and
makes sense.
that's
clowns
why
are
we
clowns
work.
are more visual guys though.
Yeah.
They're like a court. He's a fucking court jester,
Oh, yeah?
right?
Yeah.
How
Like
about
you don't
fucking
have to
come
be.
down
You don't.
here and I clown you in the face right now. How about that?
You don't have to be like funny to be a court jester. You just have to be like maybe a little annoying,
be a
take people
goofy-
out of it.
you gotta be
Yeah,
a
you gotta
goofy
be a little
guy.
goofed up.
Yeah, you gotta be a goofy ass dude, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why the dynamic works between me and Ruben, but we always need a third, right? And the third is we need someone that speaks the language for both of us, and that's where you are. That's like it's perfect. It's a perfect. You're a comedian clown, right? Like you're naturally funny, but also you want to get better. You want to be funnier, because that's what a comedian is. A comedian will be like, "Hey, yo, I heard this joke. 3 guys, they're gay in a bar," and they're like, "That's not a joke, dude." And like, "Oh fuck, I gotta go back and write it and figure it out," right? Like that's how a comedian works. That's a comedian's brain. Where a clown brain will be like, 3 guys, they're gay. You know, like, and that's it. That's the joke. That's Ruben, right? That's how he does jokes. So that's
That
why
makes
this
sense, I
works.
guess.
Yeah, this is why this is a perfect.
I feel insulted for Ruben too, though. Just for the record, I feel insulted on his behalf.
It's not an
What was
insult.
the one
I'm
that
just,
somebody
it's
said earlier on? It was like it's like Marcos and Ruben are blindfolded, and the third person is trying to tell them how to put together a jigsaw puzzle.
puzzle.
But no one's realizing that they both have different puzzle pieces.
yeah, that was
They're
yeah,
trying
that
to
was
put
the
together
original.
2 different
Yeah,
puzzles.
Oh my god,
All right.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I got new tattoos.
What are you trying to think of? You new tattoo?
Yeah, check it
Where's
out.
it at?
I got a Borg baby.
Ooh, sick.
What
Nice.
about the seppuku frog?
Oh yeah. Well, I gotta take my sweater off for that one.
Okay, well, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna have technical difficulty.
Why'd you mute your microphone?
Because he didn't want to bang into it and make.
Yeah, I don't want to bang it in my mic.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been banging my mic all the time.
I'm banging my mic right now. I recently changed all of my. Whoa, dude! You got nip on the pod, bro.
Damn, free nip, dude. Free nip, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's freshly trimmed too.
Oh, dude, I shaved for like a tattoo. That's why I don't have my usual fur.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Upside down.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Can't see this.
I shaved for a tattoo recently, and like this
Hey,
was
put
like
it away.
This is like 3 weeks ago, and
There's
it hasn't
children
grown
on this
back,
podcast,
and I'm
put it
worried
away.
about it.
No, don't be okay. Don't be worried about it. You just have chest. You have like upper body hair like I do, where it will grow and grow, but very slowly, very slowly.
sucks.
Like you have to understand. For me, that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
right. Because I don't want anything there. Right. Like if I show a nipple here, we're getting banned off of Patreon.
Yeah.
Right. Like.
Well,
But
no,
I mean,
we're an adult only. You could blast nip anytime you want.
you
to.
absolutely cannot.
You can't do it on Twitch. You can't do it on Twitch.
Super cannot.
But on Patreon, it's allowed. You can do.
It's not allowed.
I'm
There's
positive it's
no
allowed.
way.
Yeah, it is.
No
because
way.
They have hentai like artists on fucking.
Yeah, but that's art though. That's not a nipple.
Belle
That's not
Delphine
like
has a Patreon.
I thought she had a fucking OnlyFans.
She has both.
Just both.
Does she post like fucking like
Positive.
safe for work lewds
Nah,
on the
I don't-
Patreon? She
I don't
has
pay for it,
to.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I definitely think that nudity is allowed on Patreon.
Maybe I don't know. Anyways,
Well, I'm not
I'm
saying
not gonna
blast
do
nip,
it.
but I'm saying you have that option.
I'm not. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not doing
no,
that.
don't do it.
I'm
I'm
not.
saying.
I'm not doing that in front of my friends and
Yeah,
comrades.
of course. No, listen, I understand. It's a business decision.
It's a business decision, and like the unintentionally flashing nip is more of a guy thing. It's kind of frowned on for the
Yeah,
ladies,
yeah.
and honestly,
Yeah,
I don't really
yeah.
care to do it anyways.
I get it.
But what was I saying that led me into that? Fucking yeah. So that hair, you have to commit to the decision to shave it
Well, so
if you're gonna do it.
the
Like you
reason
have to
why-
understand that that's a bigger decision than you think it is.
yeah,
Is what I mean.
The reason why I shaved it was because my cousin is a tattoo artist and she's up and coming, and she doesn't have like any clients or anything like that. And I was like, yo, just fuck me up, just fuck my whole shit up, and because I don't care about this fucking meat bag, I'm just whatever. And then so I shaved, and then instantly like I put a selfie up of my shaved body, and it got no likes, it got no loves, and it's because there's
Whoa,
it's
no.
because bears. The only people who fuck with me heavy are bears. They want the hair, man. They want it. They want to see it. If it's gone,
That sucks, man.
yeah, I've ruined my fucking. I'm ruined. I'm financially ruined until my fucking shit grows back.
When did you
I'll never
shave?
financially recover from
Everything.
it.
I shaved everything. Like,
No, when, not where.
Like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, nothing.
And it ain't come back at all.
No, it's just a little fuzz.
Nothing?
Nothing. Just a tiny little bit of fuzz.
It's because you can only grow teeth back.
Shit.
Dude, that would suck. That would fucking suck if I shaved
Dude.
the only hair that I had on my body and it's gone, and I have to be a fucking some kind of twink now. I have to be some kind of fat twink.
So here's the thing is I don't think that that's how that works because the human body has like you have natural hair cycles. They last like 12 to 18 months. Your hair falls out, it regrows. And that's the same for like the body as it is the hair. Like the hair has different cycles, kind of. But like the body maintains those cycles too. Like if you shave a hair, like it's gonna come back. Like hair like has like slow growth periods. Usually you can't tell because that's individual to the follicle. And it's not like a regional like thing on your body. So you can't really tell like when you've lost a hair somewhere, when it's come back or anything like that. It'll come back eventually.
But Ivy, have you considered that
Yeah.
I'm built different?
You are built
Yeah,
different,
I'm
man.
built
You got a
extremely
fucking tumor on your
different. Yeah.
pituitary gland. We don't know what that does except doesn't kill you. Like-
one of the things wildly that my doctor said to watch out for, and this is one of the craziest things. Like right before I got my fucking health insurance taken away, which I'm getting it back soon, anyways. So I don't care. But one of the things my doctor said, he's like, she goes, "You need to be careful about your feet." And I was like, "Oh, because I'm like, is it because I'm diabetes rules? Like I gotta make sure that I don't like cut them or like that." She goes, "No," and I go, "Then what I gotta watch out?" She goes, "If you have like toe pain or like toe numbness and it lasts for like several days, start looking at your feet." And I go, "Why?" She goes, "People with pituitary gland issues, sometimes their toes fuse. Their toes will just grow into one toe." And I was like, "Bitch, what?" She was like, "It happens. Your toes grow into each other. They just become one. You get like your big toe fuses.
My man's gonna have a unitoe.
Well, I don't want that. So I
hope you don't have it.
Lean
Honestly,
into it.
I really don't.
I've been getting way into like fucking feet correcting. So I've been wearing these I've been wearing these asshole ass fucking zero heel shoe like toes.
The ones with the little toesies.
The ones that make you spread your toes. Yeah, literally the ones that like force your toes spread open. I've been wearing those like an asshole. And I've been walking around and they're so comfy. And it's so funny.
I know, dude. They
so
look like shit, but it feels like you're actually kind of walking on bare feet.
So I walk
fucking
barefoot all the
rules.
time. And that's the thing that's so funny to me because like everyone I know has been like, "Oh yeah, I wore those for like a week and then my feet were just killing me. They were like hurting constantly. And it's because I need arch support." And then I was like, "Bitch, I am always barefoot." You have the reason.
Yeah.
The reason why, like, for the past 2 years, especially because I was working from home, I wore shoes. There was like maybe like a few months ago, right, when I wore shoes 3 times in the whole month, right? Like I just
You want to know? I don't know how much truth there is to this, but I think this is my own like personal theory. I don't think you need arch support. I think if you need arch support, you're walking wrong.
No, you don't need
like straight up. You do not need arch support.
Very
like
few
our
people-
our ancestors have straight up been walking barefoot for hundreds of thousands of years without any issues, dude.
You can
like long distance running
you
with
can-
no shoes.
You can regain your arches if you have flat feet. Because it's a muscle problem. Your muscles are weak.
Yeah,
and
it's your literally your tendons and your fucking muscles and ligaments and shit are just not that strong. They need to be strengthened.
Yeah, and you can correct that by like walking on difficult to walk, like walking on like barefoot and walking on difficult to walk terrain. So like rocks and shit, which I do all the time. Like so like we have lots of hiking trails around here, and I go on them barefoot because I don't fucking care. Like I've got thick ass calluses on my feet. I've stepped in glass before.
Only reason I don't walk outside barefoot now is just because I moved down further south and there's red ants like all over the place down here, dude.
Yeah,
It's bad.
Yeah,
Where the new ants at?
I was walking to the fucking bar in like June on the sidewalk. I had stopped on the sidewalk in the middle of one of the pavers to like smell a flower that was on a tree. And within 10 seconds, there were like 30 fucking fire ants in my socks.
That is the most Ivy activity I've ever heard in my life. Like that's something that only you do. I hope you know that.
They sound like some custer ass.
What? Pay attention to the surroundings.
Yeah, like
appreciate my environment.
Yes, that's psychotic to me. I would never do that. It would
really.
Yeah,
I do that shit all the time.
I
get made fun of constantly for it. I'm like, oh, there's a. I'll be walking down the street with friends, and I will smell something, and I will ask everybody to please stop and wait while I find the source of the smell. And then I will like find like a tree flower or something like this. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I need to know what this is so I can smell it again later. Yeah, that's psychotic.
Yeah,
I thought that was just like. That was just being in tune with like nature and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy people shit.
What?
Yeah,
How?
You're a druid
It just
at
is
heart.
because, yeah, you really are a druid.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm just autistic.
It's not. That's not autism. That's
It's
literally.
pronounced
Listen, I know
artistic.
autistic people. That's not autism. That is fucking. You just appreciate nature, and most people don't. I'm telling you right now. People who say that they appreciate nature do it aesthetically, but you do it because you literally appreciate nature, and it's crazy. Like it's
People
crazy.
that say they
like,
appreciate
that's
nature
rare,
take
Dude,
a
you know
pho-
what's
they
really
take a
fucking
photo of
crazy?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
have you guys noticed there's like no fucking bugs anymore?
I have noticed that
Nah.
there's less bugs.
There's like they're like
cockroaches all the
there
time.
are. No, see, cockroaches is one thing because cockroaches are immune to like environmental like factors and changes.
And slurs.
Right, like-
they do nothing if you do that.
Yeah, like but like fucking like flying bugs and shit like that, like little gnats and things like that. Like I saw like maybe one or two like clouds of gnats this entire summer.
So spiders are a big fucking problem in like my neighborhood and where we are. Like I live in Spider Central pretty much. And so funny little thing. My little brother is the one who started calling, not my littlest brother, but I call him my little brother, but he's my big brother. My brother Mike. He started calling spiders ooh-ooh-ah-ahs. And
That's weird.
yeah, well the reason
I call spiders Jeff.
he calls them ooh-ooh-ah-ahs, and the reason why is because we have a spider problem, and he had two roommates who were living in the house that I'm in right now, and the two roommates did not.
Are they like poisonous or something?
No, they're just fucking obnoxious. They're just all over the place. They just like they'll walk up on you like, get the fuck out of my house. Hey pal, what are you doing here? Like that's
So like a normal spider then basically.
no, because most like a spider, if you see a spider and like you flash a light on it, it'll take off running. These will literally do the These will walk up on you and be like,
oh, they're those.
yeah, they'll do the fucking gang.
Those
they'll
guys
throw
are
gang
so
signs.
cool.
Dude,
I love those
they'll throw
dudes.
gang
Gang
signs at you.
signs.
I love those guys so much. They will
They-
just straight throw hands.
Yeah,
They see some shit they don't know what's going on.
And they'll
They're
just be
ready
like,
to fight. They're ready to
"And
just
what?
stand their fucking
What?"
ground. They're like, those are the most American spiders you will ever see.
Well, so-
like they like if they could hold a gun, they would be like 2FA
So they're
guys.
that.
It's
They're
a,
big.
It's a cultural thing. It's a spider cultural thing.
So they're big. They're big and they're obnoxious, right? And so like
Yeah, you got like fucking sound like you got like fucking trapdoor spiders and shit over there.
I think they're wolf spiders, but they're big. They're not small. They're not like most people have small wolf spiders. We have pretty big ones out here, and they jump
Yeah.
and they do all that shit. But anyways, so my brother, his friend, who's staying in this room, was here one night, and fucking there was like a spider, I guess, like, and he went to go throw the shoe at it, and when he went to go throw the shoe, he missed. And the spider jumped off the wall and like onto him. Like it was like, hey, fuck you. And all my brother could hear was ooh, ooh, ah,
God, it says.
was ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. That's all he could hear. And so we started literally after that. He started calling spiders ooh ahs, and now that's what we call them. They're just ooh ahs. And so the other day, I realized that that's not something that anyone else understands or knows, but it's so like something that we say. It's so ubiquitous in our fucking house that we just say it all the time. And I was outside. I was at we've been because we're moving and we're like getting rid of. We're condensing. We had the house that we were at was bigger, so now it's smaller. So we're condensing all our shit and giving it to Goodwill and stuff, whatever. And so like, my mom
Finding if any of your common household objects bring you joy.
Yeah, well, yeah, none of them. Anyways, my mom has all this like old shit that's just like rotting and falling apart and
Cool.
covered in dust
Toss it.
and spiders. So I'm going and I'm grabbing, and I grab a bag, and there's a fat spider comes and crawls out of my hand. And I'm
Let's
like,
go.
And I'm like, oh shit! And like I scoop it off, and Christine goes, "What's that?" And we're outside. We're literally like, there's a big. The Goodwills out here are huge, and lots of people drop off all the shit. So like, there's like there's a bunch of people around us. I'm like, oh fucking ooh ahs all over the place. And the guy turns around, and is like, what the fuck did he just say? Like I heard him like look at his wife like, what did you just call me, right? Like I didn't have the ability to be like, no, I'm talking about a spider, right? Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, I do something far more normal. I just call all house spiders Jeff.
Yeah, it's smart.
Because I had named one Jeff because he was a particularly large, the spindly house spiders. He was living in our bathroom for like a month, until we eventually scooped him up and took him outside. But now all of those types of spiders in the house are named
because
Jeff.
of Billy and Mandy when they have that spider?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Oh yeah, Billy's son. Billy's
son is a spider named Jeff.
No,
Horrendous.
Jeff is just
fucking giant spider. And he's just like obsessed with making Billy love him.
I named it Jeff because 2 hours prior to naming the spider, I had rewatched the Jeopardy video on YouTube.
What is Jeopardy?
Okay.
No, don't. We don't got to do this. We're at an hour.
Oh, it's okay. We're at an hour. We can polish this up. Yeah. I think I can figure out a way to key in a new source here.
I mean, if you shared your screen, it would probably pop up. Oh wait, no, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Hey, pal. I don't know shit about dick, pal. I'm so excited to be a fucking union man. I'm gonna be working for the union, pal.
Okay, so this should all still be fine.
Yeah.
On the recording.
Yeah.
I would think.
Jesus Christ. This gives me schizophrenia. This is what is that? Jesus Christ. Jesus. That is psychotic. That is
Jesus Christ.
Oh my fucking God.
That's so fucking good.
All right, I'm glad we figured out how the audio works there. That one's not not going to show up in the Audacity, so you are gonna have to add the audio from that video manually.
Yeah,
somehow.
I'll figure that out. That's what Fruity Loops is for.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it has been an hour.
Yeah.
I need to go to bed soon.
Yep.
It's 12:30. I'm keeping a normal sleep schedule now. I'm feeling normal, everybody. I'm getting normal.
I get it because this morning I woke up at like fucking 5 a.m. and I'm exhausted, so I get it.
Oh, dude, I couldn't. I could not.
I almost fell asleep. I took my mom to Marshalls today, and I almost fucking fell asleep at the Marshalls. And
Oof.
I was like, the lady, I was like sitting. Oh, by the way, I, I said I have this problem, and I think it's from being cooped up for like almost 2-3 years inside of a house and not having coworkers. But I have this problem of saying insane things out loud, like very loudly for other people to look at, and I don't realize that they're looking at me. But today, I was walking through Marshalls. I was looking at the clothes, and I just was like, they don't have anything my size. So I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Right. I wear 2X, and so I'm looking around, and I'm like, Christine's like, "Oh, you find anything?" And I'm like, "Nah." I'm like, "Man, it must be nice to not be a fucking fat, irregular shaped man that can find regular clothes and not be some fucking animal wearing ripped holes outside like a fucking beast." And then Christine just was like, "You're in public, dude." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. No, my bad."
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That one's for the house.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's a house. It's a house thought, not an outside thought.
Yep.
Right.
I've done that before. I definitely have like house thoughts and outside thoughts kind of dynamic with Abby.
Oh my god. Anyways,
It's cool to know that we're kind of similarly brain damaged.
I think all of us
guess.
are that way. I think Ruben just has figured out a way to be socially acceptable, which is why we give a shit about it, right?
I think I'm normal because I just let whatever out of my head.
Hey pal, you know what? If despite all the gay sex that I have with men, I'm straight. Despite all the schizophrenia and BPD and all the other mental illnesses, totally
mean?
neurotypical, man.
It's like,
I'm good.
You're gonna come into my house, suck my dick, call me gay.
All right.
I don't
Yeah,
think,
that's
I
about-
think that I just have a really good filter for it. That's it.
Yeah,
My filter
you
is
have a
just
much
so insanely good.
Yeah,
can't-
I don't have a filter, dude. I don't. There's no filter. I've never learned how to develop one. I've always got in trouble for saying things that I shouldn't be saying out loud. It's been that way since I was a kid.
I
My
think
filter
that's
is
why
racist.
I've never
I
learned to
learned
develop
to
that.
develop the filter because I just couldn't stop being fucking ridiculous in front of people.
Yeah, I can't. I can't stop. That's the thing.
My filter is racism, so I've learned to like say insane things about white people, right? Like just the general
Altered
malaise.
it. You just hijack that thought pattern.
Yeah. And
Is
then
your,
I'm like, okay,
is your
but it's
filter
white
like
people.
one of those egg timers? Like it just goes back. It just goes back to the on position every time.
Yeah, exactly. Ding! And you're like, white people are actually what is I don't know. White people are the real black Israelites. It's like that's literally like the real like oh my god. The ancient pharaohs were actually Mexican. Ding! You know what I mean? Like, that's literally my brain. That's oh my god. Anyways, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for the episode then.
Later.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.